At this time, I'd like to announce the color guard from the Milwaukee Police Department. I'd ask everyone to please stand, remove your hats, and to honor America, the national anthem. Performed by Kaylee Doherty.
Please continue to give it up. What a wonderful rendition of our national anthem. Thank you so much. It is really a double honor this evening to welcome the First Lady of the United States of America, Dr. Jill Biden, to Milwaukee. It's a double honor to welcome the First Lady and also to kick off Festa Italiana. Just so you know, Dr. Biden, this is how we celebrate summer in Milwaukee, right? Am I right? Celebrating the great people and the various cultures of Milwaukee, this is how we do it each and every single year. Festa Italiana, this festival was a pioneer here in our city when it started nearly half a century ago. It helped to set the stage for many of the long celebrations of culture that we have each and every single summer here in Milwaukee, many of which take place right here at this amazing festival grounds, the Henry Meyer Festival Park, right here on the beautiful southwestern shore of Lake Michigan. Of course, you are a proud Italian American. Am I right, Dr. Biden? Proud Italian heritage. And today, everybody in Milwaukee, including myself, we all consider ourselves a little bit Italian, right? Everybody's a little Italian. As mayor, I can tell you, though, in all seriousness, I really appreciate the support and the attention that President Joe Biden, that Vice President Kamala Harris, and the entire administration has directed towards Milwaukee. It's much more than the recent visits from the administration. It's the federal investments, the program support, the genuine caring that the Biden administration has shown, not just for Milwaukee, but for all of the state of Wisconsin, the entire state. So, Madam First Lady, Dr. Biden, you've arrived at a great festival. Festa is well known for food. It's well known for fireworks, right? It's well known for great entertainment that you're hearing right now, and most importantly, it's known for its culture and it's known for its camaraderie. So, Madam First Lady, again, welcome to Festa, welcome to Milwaukee. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Johnson. This is homecoming weekend for the Italian Community Center, returning to where it all began, with the very first Festa Italiana. We are thrilled to be back here at Henry Meyer Festival Park and to lead off the festival season. My grandfather, Giuseppe Mineo, came here as a young man from Bagheria, Palermo. He was one of the many Italians, mostly Sicilians, especially who settled in Milwaukee, with the hope of building a new life. For those of us of Italian heritage, our tradition, our cultures, our faith, our love of family, our love of life, that's what Festa Italiana is all about. Our Little Italy on the lakefront and our Italian heritage exhibit are both a celebration and an homage to the people like my grandfather and all of our ancestors who dreamed the dream of a vibrant community of Italian Americans flourishing for generations to come. We are blessed to be sharing this Festa Italiana 2024 with all of you here tonight. Thank you. And now, it is my great honor to introduce the First Lady of the United States, Dr. Jill Biden.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. What a warm welcome. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. I'm so grateful that you, Marie, and your team worked so hard to bring this event back to these grounds to make sure that we can share the memories and the values that shape us and keep our histories alive. Kaylee, wow, let's give her another round of applause. What a beautiful performance. Thank you. And Mayor Johnson, thank you and your family for the warm welcome and for all that you do for this wonderful city. It's so wonderful to be here and to salute his service. So on behalf of my husband, President Biden, thank you to all the incredible educators. Where are you, educators? Hey, love you. Police officers, service members, and their families. Thank you for everything you do for our nation. So, buona sera. I am so proud to be Italian American and to celebrate our heritage together. One of my favorite memories is from my childhood is that warm smell of Italian bread toast. Remember that? That burnt smell from the toaster that used to always wake me up at my grandparents' house. And I love the ribbons of homemade pasta hanging in the kitchen, or the fresh tomatoes and herbs from the garden spread out on the kitchen counter on those days that my grandma made homemade sauce. And I'll never forget running through Our Lady of Carmel Italian Festival with my sisters, or how I was charmed by the musical way my grandma cursed at my grandpa in Italian. Yes, when he would bring home, you know, the rockfish and leave them on the counters, and she would be like, Tommy, who do you think's gonna clean these fish? So being with you this evening brings back such beautiful memories for me. Thank you for honoring me with an invitation to join you. Recently, I had the opportunity to visit Ellis Island, to walk on that little piece of land where my great-grandparents first stepped onto the United States, where they took their first strides into their new lives, far from everyone and everything they had ever known. And as I walked that same great hall that they did, with this soaring arch ceiling and half-moon windows that let the sunlight stream in, shining off the red brick floors, It was hard not to imagine how our ancestors must have felt, chasing the hope of this country's unlimited promise. I had known that my family passed through the island, but I was surprised to find their records there. The story that they left behind in black and white, a story that has, just gone on to tell my family's story. And in the loops and the swirls of their handwriting, I watched as their ages shifted and reformed, dates adjusting to fit the story, and as they signed their names to begin a new life here in America. Names that transformed from Gaetano and Concetto Giacoppa to Gaetano and Concetta Jacobs. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I must say, even though it's a little disturbing, thank God we live in a democracy. So even though my grandparents' names had changed, they brought their values across the Atlantic and they stayed the same. The values that we all hold: loyalty, generosity, kindness, faith. And I brought my Italian values with me to the White House. And it is the absolute honor to serve as the first Italian-American First Lady. Thank you. Thank you. Ancestors' values live on in each of us. They breathe and they beat inside of us. In every artist and dreamer who pushes us beyond our limits of our imaginations. In every advocate and lawyer fighting injustice. In every business owner who welcomes customers with the warmth of home. In the children and the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren who put their shoulders back and find their courage even when they're most afraid. My husband, President Biden, is working to build on what this community has accomplished and help us and all communities. husband, President Biden, is working to build on what this community has accomplished and help us and all communities keep reaching for that bright future our ancestors were searching for. That's why he's growing the economy from the middle out and the bottom up so that families can carve out a good life. Because everyone deserves a chance. It's why we work so hard. We can talk. You don't have to shout at me. We only get things accomplished when we talk. It's why we work so hard to pass on our ancestors' values to our children, isn't it? So that they too can draw during these hard days, so that they can work and make their own way. Generation after generation, we've woven our art and our music and our stories and our culture so deeply into the fabric of this country that the dividing lines blur, a piece of our homeland in our home. Just look at Milwaukee, this Italian Community Center. Okay. The streets and the walkways first laid by Italian immigrants. And of course, this festival, which for over 40 years has brought together Italian Americans to celebrate our culture, our past, and our future. Think of how our ancestors would feel if they saw this festival today. This is what they hoped to give us when they signed their names at Ellis Island. A future where we can work hard and reach for every possibility. So let us continue to share this country we call home, living out their hope and passing on their dreams and their values to our children. Grazie mille. Thank you. Thank you, Milwaukee. You have been one great audience. Thank you. Thank you. Grazie.